Hello. Hello. Well, hello if anyone comes in, and then hello if you watch this back later, I guess. So I was going to do like this quiz thing, which is like some good to ask questions or whatever. And I was going to record it and then edit it and all of that annoying stuff that takes a long time. And I thought, well, what I'll do is I'll just do it live, and then if anyone does come in, they can add some questions to it. Everyone can answer in the chat if they want to. And yeah, it just saves editing. I'm not just being lazy. Well, I am actually, but yeah. You know me. Bloody stuff on my teeth again. Hi, Chris. How are you? So, yeah. So hopefully a few more people will come in or not. And if not, whatever. I'll just go through some of the questions and see what happens. So, question 1 is, what weird food combinations do you really enjoy that other people kind of go, oh my God, you know what I mean? Not too bad, a bit bored. Yeah, I hear you there, Chris. You've won if no one pops in. Well, you can win if you want, because it's not really like that kind of thing, but yeah, I don't mind. So, honestly, this lipstick just constantly ends up on my teeth. So going back to the question, what weird food combinations do you really enjoy? I don't think, I don't think any of my food combinations are weird. Like, I can't think of anything that's weird. I think the most extreme I am is kind of like, I'd rather have salad cream with chips rather than tomato sauce or anything. And that's about as weird as it gets. Like, my dad used to put brown sauce on his Sunday dinner, and he also used to put, like, there'd be leftover Yorkshire pudding, so he put brown sauce on jam on a Yorkshire pudding and eat it, because he used to say, well, it's just like pancake mix, which I suppose it is, but I just couldn't do it that way. Hi Julie, how are you? Hi Kaz, how are you? You like fried eggs on potato waffles? I think that's good. Also with like a bacon medallion or something as well. That'd be nice. Anyway, yeah, so I deny having any weird food combinations. I mean, if I like with pizza, for instance, I prefer like to have garlic butter base rather than like tomato, like most people. And I don't like tomatoes as tomatoes, but I can eat them as like, I can eat it in a bolognese or whatever. But other than that, but yeah, I don't think I have any major weird food combinations. My son used to put mayonnaise in spaghetti on toast, which was a bit rank. Yeah. Ah, yes, Yorkshire pudding with jam takes me back. Yeah, he did. He loved it, but I just couldn't get my head around it. Really couldn't get my head around it. Hi, Ian. Hiya, there's a place in Manchester that serves a full English breakfast in a Yorkshire pudding. Yeah, I've seen that. I think we have somewhere like that as well. Actually think it looks quite nice, to be honest. But then, yeah, I'll try anything once pretty much, unless it's too spicy. See, and now I think anything that's too spicy and really hot, I think that's weird, because I think, why would you want to like burn your mouth off, your insides, and then when it comes back out your bumhole, why? That's not really the best way to describe that. Why do you literally want to set your insides on fire? I just don't get that. I don't think, how's that enjoyable? Like, what sort of weird people do that? It just doesn't make sense to me. I don't get, sitting there sweating, eating some chili or something. It just doesn't make sense. But, each to their own. All right, next question. What food have you never eaten but would really like to try? Yorkshire pudding breakfast. It's definitely one, isn't it? It's got to be done. I don't know, because if I haven't tried it, there must be a reason. Yeah. I can't think of anything. I always wanted to try. I've never tried scallops, and I always wanted to try that. Oysters, nah. Like, just no. I don't think so. And like snails and frogs' legs and none of that. No, I don't. No. So I think I've pretty much eaten everything I wanted to. Hence, how I got as big as I did. But never mind. Anyway. You made me hungry until you said bumhole. Caviar. Nah, maybe I would like to know what it tastes like, but because you like fish. Well, I love fish. I love most seafood. But, I don't know. I'm good, thanks. I don't think I have any weird food things either. I made crepes on Sunday. I don't know what that first word was. And the toad in the hole with the rest of the batter on Monday. It sounds pretty normal to me. Hi, Joan. How are you? What question was I going to do? What's something you really resent paying for? So what's something you have to pay for, but you really resent paying it? I suppose, like, really me rent, because at the end of the day, I'm paying this money to live here, but it's never going to be mine. So there's that kind of thing, I guess. I don't know. I think that's probably about it. Yeah, council tax, especially if you like. Yeah, because they just kind of take everything back off you, don't you? Really, kind of thing. TV license probably, because some of the crap they put on. Like, I barely ever, in fact, I don't think I watch anything live on, I use BBC iPlayer sometimes, and I use the iPlayers kind of thing. I don't really watch anything live, but mostly I watch Netflix and YouTube. So, it's annoying. Water at petrol stations for washer jets. Yeah, that seems a bit thingy, bit naff. I know there was some sort of thing not that long ago about having water to drink free at petrol stations, where you could fill up your water bottle rather than them sell plastic bottled water, just to help save, you know what I mean, the environment, which I thought was a good idea. And I know some of the garages were actually going to do it, but how that went on, I'm not sure. The phone line, yeah, that's another waste, isn't it? I don't use mine at all. Apart from the internet, obviously, I don't use the phone. But yeah. Okay, next question. What would a world populated by clones be like? So what would a world populated by clones of you be like? It's a lot of people sitting in bed, I suppose. I think it would be just too freaky to sort of go down that way. And I know obviously they did, isn't it, Dolly the sheep and other things over time they've done, but I don't know, it's just all a bit too futuristic to be able to. I think I watched a program once and this woman cloned a dog before a dog died so that she had a puppy of her exact dog. And I don't know what I mean, don't get us wrong, I love my dog, but I think it would be creepy because you could surely, even as a clone, you wouldn't get the same because their experiences would be different. So nah, too weird for me. Even more boring. I'm sure you're not that boring, Chris. I'm sure you're not. Right. Do you think that aliens exist? I probably have to say yes, because we can't be the only thing in the universe, as it were. But how advanced they are is a different matter to me entirely. You know, I don't think I'm talking sort of ET. That there has to be life on other planets, surely. Even just as like organisms and bacteria and that, isn't it? So I don't know. I think even if there were clones, they would end up different because of experiences. Yeah, that's what I think, Julie. I don't think that you could have the exact same life. You know what I mean? Like, things change, life changes, and so it wouldn't work out the same. I had an accident 30 years ago, not with an alien. An incident. You had an incident 30 years ago, not with an alien. Okay. Okay, next question. What are you currently worried about? So in life, what are you currently worried about? I don't know whether that's just like in general in the world today. I think, I mean, I know a lot of, obviously there's a lot going on in the news about the coronavirus and all that sort of thing. And I have to say, I'm not really that worried. Like, I've kind of, I just think that there's a lot of media hype, if that makes sense. There's a lot of like, is it propaganda? Is that what they call it? It's just a lot of, just, you know, it'll have like a massive headline, a clickbait, isn't it? And all that sort of thing. I think just general stuff, really. Like, in my life, just for me personally, obviously, sometimes I worry about not being able to walk in the future and things like that. Sometimes it comes out in dreams and things. In general, in terms of the universe, I worry about the planet in terms of like the plastic and I think the icebergs and all that sort of thing is much more a bigger issue. The melting of the universe. I can't even word things right, me, can I? Let's just ask David Attenborough. He knows what I mean. Would you like to hear the story? Yeah, sure, Chris. This is a big question. Why are we all here on Earth? Not in the chat. This is a big question. Why are we all here on Earth? Not in the chat. And I assume you mean like you're not asking the chat, you're asking me, or I don't know. Maybe you're asking everyone, and I'm just like, I don't know. Why are we all here on Earth? That is the question, isn't it? I guess evolution. but it's sort of billion, isn't it? Like billion to one. That when it's probably even less than that. 20 trillion to one that you ended up here at this time. It's quite a big deal, isn't it, really? No reason I don't think we just are. Yeah. I was driving for about half a mile and there was a bright light followed me. It was above the hedge top, but there was no drones in those days. I got home and told my parents, and they thought I was drunk. So do you not think that it could have been anything else? A few days later, there was a headline of it was a UFO seen near where I was. I mean, obviously you believe that it was a UFO, but I'm kind of logical, I suppose, I think. I try to be, I never used to be. So I kind of would probably just be like, it was just a headlight, it was just a this, it was, I know it's like trying to work out the logic in it. I suppose if it's something that you've seen and you truly believe, then it happened to you. And also the fact that you're saying others have seen it, then I think I would just freak out, me, probably. I think I would. It's like talking on the other side of things, ghosts, right? Now, I believe when I was 17, I saw my granddad who died when I was 12. And whether that was just my brain doing it to me or whether it was real, but I also know that if there was any way he could get to us and show us that things would be okay, that he would. I was always really close to him. So, who knows? Stayed beside me, fields on either side. So could you only see the light then, or did you see what looked like a UFO? Okay, do another question while you... What movie can you watch over and over without ever getting tired of it? I don't really watch movies over and over. I have seen some, like probably classic 80s are probably my go-to. If I was going to watch something I've seen, Santa Claus the movie's another one, Wonderful Life, trying to think what else I've seen. I mean, I'll watch them again, but like I wouldn't be watching it, not like properly watching, you know what I mean? I might put it on in the background, but I wouldn't like intensely watch it, like, no. It was just blinding. Yeah, it just sounds scary, Julie. Pretty Woman and P.S. I Love You. I rewatched P.S. I Love You about a month or so ago. Yeah. It is a brilliant film. And I cried again, as you do. Oh, yeah, Shawshank's definitely never gets old either. That's also a brilliant film. And though I would put them on in the background, I wouldn't be intensely watching anything. I wouldn't, it's just not my thing. I could put them on in the background and then put her on something else and probably look up half a dozen times throughout the whole thing, maybe. Jaws and King Kong. I find Jaws quite funny now. And my brother used to be scared of him. He used to hide behind the sofa. Him and Jaws and the Incredible Hulk. But now, I think obviously back in the day, it was amazing, wasn't it? But now, it kind of looks a bit nothing compared to the CGI and all that sort of thing that's available now. But yeah, I cried at King Kong and all. Right. Next question. Right, if anyone has a question, you can ask it, by the way. Do you know that Stephen King wrote Shawshank? Really? I did not know that, John. I wouldn't certainly watch anything he did, usually, because he's very into horror, isn't he? Just scared you for life today. And Piranha. Oh, is that one? I think my daughter watched that one. It was just like eating people's body parts. It was weird. No, not my kind of thing even. Right, next question. Hi, Richard. When did something start out badly for you, but in the end it was great? So, when did something start out badly for you, but in the end it was great? I suppose for me, it would have been going into hospital because it changed my life. But at the start of it, obviously, it was really hard. But yeah, at the end, it's just been amazing. So I can't argue with that, can I? I don't like his horror stuff, but he has written some amazing stories on horror. I didn't even know that, John. I thought he would have just been, like, all of it would have been horror. Hi, Ali. How are you? I think that's the only thing, really. When did something start out badly for you, but in the end it was great? Don't know if that's relevant to anyone else, but yeah, going in the hospital, probably was horrendous, but yeah, it did turn out well in the end. If anyone has any questions, please feel free to ask. What animal would be cutest if scaled down to the size of a cat? So imagine like big wild animals. Which one would be the cutest if it was scaled down to the size of a cat? Can you imagine a tiny giraffe? Or a zebra? A tiny elephant? Oh yes, a tiny elephant, because baby elephants are already cute. So if you imagine one the size of a cat, it'll be just amazing. I mean, someone needs to invent that, like, proper. Hi Leonie, really good. Been to see Sonic in the cinema today. Oh, cool. That's with Jim Carrey. Yeah, I think I've seen it advertised. Aye. Are you seeing Tiny Elephant as well? Definitely cute, wasn't it? A bear, yeah. Yes, a bear. Can you imagine polar bears, Chris? They'd be so cute. Like, proper. I need to stop saying proper. It's weird. It's not up here. But, giraffes is what you thought as well. Just like mini llamas or camels, because they just like spit at you, didn't they? Probably any animal that's big would be super cute and tiny. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, like, even like tiny dolphins and stingrays, and yeah, I think you're right. I think just anything. Polar bears are your favorite animal? Yeah, yeah. And apparently, like, I think obviously one David Attenborough program I watched, they're proper like vicious, aren't they? But yet they just look so cute. Okay, next one. Um, if you couldn't be convicted of any one type of crime, what criminal charge would you like to be immune to? That's a good one, isn't it? So if you couldn't be convicted of any one type of crime, what criminal charge would you like to be immune to? Um, see, the thing is, right, even if I was immune, I'd still like have like major guilt and probably couldn't do it. Because like my first thought was like robbing a bank and that, you know what I mean? But I couldn't actually do it unless like someone just gave us the money. Like, there you go, you can just have it, but you're immune. I couldn't like literally go in and rob a bank because it just. Yeah. And I just don't think that there's anything else. What about pinching like really expensive cars and then going on a ride round? I can't drive, so that wouldn't work. But nah, I couldn't. I really couldn't live with myself on anything. There's like nothing I could do. Like, I would be my worst enemy. I couldn't be a criminal. I'm so bad, and and I'm trying to think like if something is there anything that's really not that bad that I could do, but no, no, I don't think there is. Yeah, you couldn't live with yourself. Tax evasion. Well, hey, if it's good enough for the celebs. Okay, next question. What's something that will always be in fashion no matter how much time passes? So, what is something that will always be in fashion no matter how much time passes? Um, Jeans, denim. So I would say jeans. Um, you know, they never go out of fashion, will they? In whichever variety of jeans that you have. Um, See, things always change and they always come back, don't they? Like slightly edited version of what we had. You know what I mean? So I know like things have come back in fashion. You know, the wedges did, and Jelly Bean, their shoes and all that. They came back round, and everything comes back eventually. So does anything truly go out of fashion? The little black dress, I suppose. Ever since that's been invented in the '60s, it's been around, hasn't it? Snuggly pajamas, yeah, definitely. Jeans, trainers, miniskirt. Yeah, I think there's pretty much versions of everything. Cadbury's Dairy Milk, no, that is definitely one. Definitely. Record players. Yeah, they went out of fashion for a little bit, but then they came back, which is kind of think how I think it always works, isn't it? That sort of retro stuff comes back in, so it always ends up cool again. Okay, what actors and actresses play the same character in almost every movie or show that they do. So what actors and actresses play the same character in almost every movie or show that they do? I tend to think that, like, Tom Hanks always seems to be a good guy. Whether it's sort of different, like The Rock, he always kind of, it tends to be some sort of action. Vin Diesel, action. Bruce Willis, he's always got a gun. He's always shooting somebody. Jason Statham, yeah, he's another one in an action, gun, clipping someone, whatever. They are very similar. Hugh Grant, yeah, he's always tends to be sort of like a, is it like, he's always like excusing himself, isn't it? Which is kind of a bit like that in real life, I think. But he's always that sort of bumbling sort of fool slightly. Judi Dench Bond, where's that? Because she's meant to be, is she M? Is it M? I'm not sure. Yeah, and Colin Firth the same. He always does. Although in Kingsman, I think that was a bit different for him. I like that, but he usually does period drama, doesn't he? That kind of thing. Hi, Kirsten. How are you? Yeah, Hugh Grant. Definitely agree on that. In Columbo, the actors were often the same. Yeah. Posh idiot. That's what he is, a posh idiot. I love Columbo. Awful but brilliant too. And I can't say I've ever watched it. Hello, Albert, and welcome. Hi, Grant. How are you? What's the other one where we had a lollipop? Oh, is that Kojak? I'm confusing me. Was he like a detective as well? He wasn't he? I'm sure I remember him like when I was younger. You never watched Columbo? I think I did in the background, but not really. Hi, nurses. Okay. I'm really good. How are you? Okay, so in the past, people were buried with the items they would need in the afterlife. What would you want to be buried with so you could use it in the afterlife? I suppose it depends if you believe in that, doesn't it? Now take my phone. Text everyone, see how they are and that. Freak them out. It's not bad. I don't even know. I think there's something after, but I'm not really sure. Like, I don't believe in God or anything, so I don't know. I'm probably going to hell anyway. I think I'm doomed. But yeah. Hi, Michael. Yeah, I'm good. How are you? I think definitely a phone, a blanket, in case it's cold on the way. Although if it's hell, it's not meant to be there, is it? I suppose. I'm full of cold and knackered, so I'm going to sleep. Catch up later. Oh, bless you, Kirsten. I hope you feel much better. Good night. Memory foam pillow. Now, there's an idea, Chris. You know how to live. I'm good, thanks. I think I know your accent. However, Michael, where's my accent from? Right, next one. What's the best and worst practical joke that you've played on someone or had played on you? So what's the best and worst practical joke that you've played on someone or had played on you? Please tell my name. My name or your name, or do you want us to read your name? Because I might have a bit issue with that. Apologies. Sunderland or Durham? Yeah, it is. You're right. You're right, Michael. You must live up this way somewhere to know that. Oh, welcome back, Ian. No worries. You don't like practical jokes. I don't if they're mean, because some of them can be really extreme. I mean, I've put makeup on and an old friend of ours, me and my friend, put makeup on him while he was drunk and he was asleep. So, you know what I mean? That's kind of about as harsh as I've ever got. And I was really young, but yeah, I'm kind of the same. I'm really jumpy anyway. So if I'm intensely watching something and there's a noise, and it could just be like my door open, I jump. So, are you from near Durham? Ah, not far. You put some small buckets of soil on my dad's lawn. He thought he had moles. Good one. Good one. You did some extreme ones in your younger days, in your army days, was that? I don't think I've really done anything. I'm not like I know of people who've put cling film over the toilet and things like that, but can't say that I've ever been that evil. Right. Okay, next question. Who was your craziest or most interesting teacher? So when I was young, we had a physics teacher whose name is Mr. Nicholson, and he would start. We used to get double physics, and he'd start the lesson talking about something, and basically he would talk the double lesson. No one would do anything. I think a lot of people went to sleep in his class. I think I did once, to be fair, if I admit it now, because he's probably not going to be watching this. But yeah, and then he'd just be, the bell would go and he'd be like, I didn't realise the time. You know what I mean? Don't think I ever knew. No, I don't think I did ever got to learn anything in physics, to be fair. And then we used to have Mr. Crowder, who I actually really liked. He was a science teacher, and if they weren't listening, he was only little and he had a scar down one side of his face. So his nickname was Action Man. You know, teachers' nicknames. And if people weren't listening, he used to lift the desk up and just drop it. And obviously everyone would jump. And if you caught you having sweets, he would make you give them some, and then you could keep them. But other than that, there was Mr. Dixon, who was our maths teacher, and when he used to write on the board, he used to rub his pants, so he always had chalk marks around his crotch. Which, yeah. Right, Mr. Branson, he threw board rubbers. I'm sure we did have a couple who did that as well. I used to call all MU school teachers by the first name. Linda was the best teacher. Used to go out a lot in the minibus. And those were the days of non-PC schooling. Yeah, that was it. We used to have a lovely PE teacher, but obviously people called him gay, so there was a song about him that used to go around. And then I think there was another rumour about one of the other teachers who someone had said that he'd got his, I don't know how these rumours go about, but someone had said that he'd got his nuts trapped. And so we used to call him Peanuts for some reason. I don't even know why. I think it was because, yeah, I don't know. It was weird. Just watched a makeup video, great fit, and your makeup was on point as usual. Ah, thank you, Ashley. It's getting there, considering I didn't do it for a while. My son's had a chemistry teacher who regularly slept. Yeah, I think we've all had them. Percy Headley School, you went there. I don't really know it, but it rings a bell. Well, hello, Macam chat. Well, hello, Geordie. Well, you're not even a Geordie though. You're a pit yakker. Gee, can't be giving you the wrong name here. I just lost my question, man. I'm not very bright, dear. Yep. Hi, Carl. How are you? With white hair, he smoked a pipe and had a yellow nicotine stripe in his hair. Oh, wow. I'll be honest, I didn't watch the makeup video, true story. Well, you should have, because you would have got lots of hints. You support Sunderland. Well, you've got good taste, Michael. Question, why have you not many spanners? Because it's just remembering to do it, innit? I will add some more. I think I added them at one point, and then I kind of... All right, how do I go back in my history again? Because I've lost my thing. Question, will you make an online promise if Newcastle win the FA Cup? You can promise what you like, because that ain't ever happening. Sunderland are a lovely club. Thank you, John. Exactly, Ashley. He should have got some tips, and he could have worn some guy liner, and it would have been cool. Your favourite player is Gooch and White. I have to say 09 and Maguire, but Maguire is just the king, and he's very nice to look at, which helps a lot. But I just love 09. He's just so sweet, as well as like he gives 150% as well. Yeah, we did have Niall Quinn's disco pants because they were the best. Man City are ruining your cup run. Aye, they ruined ours once and now. Won't go there, I'm not better. It's finding something to match your lippy. Depends how bold you go. Right, any idea where I'm going to find these questions gone? Because I've like knacked this. If I go in my history, that'll work, won't it? Anyone? Yes. He is amazing, John. And the thing is, my son worked in a stadium for a bit, and honest to God, he treated everyone the same, from the cleaner to the, execs to the players. Everyone was the same. Everyone was asked how they were and everything. He's amazing. Right, where am I? History. Right, I found it. I'll show about Alan Shearer. Who needs to know? Thank God, eh? Yeah, Phil Parkinson's doing well. I was a bit worried at first, like, my God. I'm going to stop talking football because we'll just bore the whole world. Yeah, he was the first one to do that, John, when he gave all his money to the charity for his... it's gone out my head. What's called? Somebody... what's it called? I was going to say testimonial. Yeah, temperamental. I was thinking, but I knew that wasn't right. Right. Okay. Find another question. I have to scroll back down. Sorry. Bear with. How are the black cats? Actually, we found out on Netflix advertised today that our second part of our documentary is coming out on the 1st of April. I mean, last season was kind of hard. We had some rather disappointing times at Wembley twice. So yeah, it's going to be hard coming up to watch that actually, but you know, it's got to be done. Fancy bringing it out on the 1st of April. And Netflix like put a message up saying they didn't do it on purpose. Yeah, right. Okay, right, where am I? What old person things do you do? Like everything, actually. I always do that thing. It's mostly sayings, I think. You know, when like your mum used to say, if you pull that face, you'll stay like that and things. But like being in bed a lot is that one. But yeah, sayings are a lot of things like you know what I mean. Oh, what's it? My dad used to say if we used to go, oh, but it's not fair. He'd go, but it's not raining. And I used to be like that, and now I say it because you know. Yeah. Got Gillian home, Blackpool away. Should get 3 points there. Fingers crossed, Michael. Question for Lainey. How are you getting on with your bucket list? It's been amazing watching your journey. You are so strong and inspirational. Oh, thank you, Ashley. Do you know what? I don't think like that. I don't, you know what I mean? I just think, like, I always find it, like, when people used to say that it was at first, I would be like, oh, I don't say that. It's like, I don't not get people to say it now. That sounds really bad, doesn't it? Like, I'm like, yeah, just say it. But no, I mean, like, in the sense of, like, when I think about it, it's been mental. Do you know what I mean? When I last counted, I'd done 16 of the 50, and obviously I've still got 5 years to go. So yeah, but last year was mad. I mean, last year was mad. The only thing I couldn't give blood because I've had a transfusion before, so I couldn't give blood. So that was a bit disappointing, but you know, I did try. And I did it. The donor card thing is now you have to opt out rather than opt in, isn't it? So you're automatically opted in. I'm an old person, but I behave like a 7-year-old. You're not old. You couldn't when you're getting up. Yeah, that's definitely one, isn't it? You kind of go, ugh, like that. It's just like natural, isn't it? Short-term memory is, yeah. I hear you. Talking about the weather, if it's going to rain, I'll wear a coat and hat, gloved. Yeah, you probably need it. It is, although it's been quite nice today, but you know. Sound effects help, true fact, yes they do. Man and boy, John, not just the glory years. You're from Chesterley Street, moved in 2005. Been there for a long time. You're a Hammer fan. West Ham. No, sorry. Me and the other half were discussing the donor thing. Are you staying in or opting out? I am staying in. I don't think there'll be anything worth having, having said that, but I'm not going to care. And if it helps someone, it's worth it. My friend, well, he was my brother's friend actually, but he had a brain aneurysm and he died when he was 32. Yeah, he'd have been 32. And so he was in a coma, but there was no brain activity. And so he wanted to do it, and he saved, I think, well, there was 8 different people who got things from him, and he, helped someone with their sight because they were able to use these. I don't know if it was the cornea or the retina, but something of his sight, and someone got his lungs and kidney and heart, and see, it's just amazing. And I just think, well, why wouldn't you? You know what I mean? Good for you, onwards and upwards, definitely. Hi Stu, how are you? You're keeping your eyes because you want to see where you're going when you croak it. I think I'd rather not see, to be fair, especially if I'm going to hell, because, like, Right, find another question. So what is the most amazing slow motion video you've seen? There's actually, well, my daughter showed us these. There's a bunch of guys called the slow-mo guys, and they literally do things and then show you it in slow motion, and it looks amazing. So I'll probably have to go with them, but I couldn't give you a specific actual video that they've done, because they've done all sorts of things, from blow things up to spin things round to whatever. So yeah, I got to shoot, go sort some of this house out. Short but sweet. Have a good night, Lainey, and all. I doubt you'll still be live by the time I finish. No worries, Jay. Have a good night. Yeah, you love the slow-mo guys. My daughter showed us, and like, they're amazing, aren't they, Ali? Just like some of the things that they do. I mean, obviously got a mass following, but like, it's just unreal when you see it, like, slowed down. No point going to heaven because you won't know anyone. Same. Right. Next. Which celebrity do you think is the most down to earth? So which celebrity do you think would be like the most down to earth? I think Adele is probably one. Lewis Capaldi is just mental a bit, like, but I think he would be. I'd like to say Jason Momoa, but it's just like, but I'm trying to think. Dawn French, probably. Stephen Fry, maybe. And David Attenborough, because he's just amazing, and I think he would be. It's just really cool. On YouTube in India, it's funny, some slow motion of them tuk-tuk racing near the edge of cliffs. Oh, that's freaky, that. Or anyone who does them, them high balancing things, like, and then they show them and they've got like no like nothing attached to them. They're not like hooked up or anything, so they look like they're just going to fall, and like, that's just madness. Why do people do that? I'm scared of heights, so obviously I can't even watch. I just freak out. Water balloons being popped and bouncing on. Yeah, I've seen them. It's really cool. Matt Damon. It's got to be Matt Damon, the one, and Ali. Ellie Goulding and Ed Sheeran. Yeah, I think you're right there, Michael. Lewis Capaldi is yes, he is. And Ed Sheeran too, yeah. Boris Johnson. Seriously? I can't get away with him, to be honest. He's just very weird. Like Man City, I remember the good old days. I love Rodney Marsh, Summerby, and dislike the Reds with vengeance. Reg Holdsworth of Corrie is a grumpy old git in real life. Yeah, some people are. You find that, don't you? Snoop Dogg must be the most on earth. Is that just because of all of the drugs he takes? Is he just so mellow because of his... I'm assuming he takes weed, I don't even know. Hi, Ed. I'm just asking some random questions and everybody's answering, so it's pretty cool. Lainey, you're not scared of heights, just scared of falling. Yeah, I suppose so. I guess that's what it is, isn't it? But it's just that I go dizzy, and I think I go dizzy and I start to kind of rock a little bit, and then I think I'm going to fall, which I suppose then makes sense, doesn't it? That would be it, wouldn't it? I'll just go back up because it zoomed past me there. Hi Laura, how are you? What happened to Dale Winton? He's been missing unless he's away on another planet. I have no clue. Maybe, I don't know. Because they brought Supermarket Sweep back, didn't they? But was it not with him? I can't even remember. Oh yeah, happy birthday again, Ed. Did you manage to go to the sauna? I forgot to mention. He died? Oh yeah, so he did. I'm trying to remember now when it was. It was a while back, wasn't it? Was it before or after Scylla? Yeah, don't know. And I remember there was just a year. Which year was it? Was it like 2 years ago? Where like it just seemed like hundreds of people died, hundreds of celebs, really good celebs died. It was like mad. Okay, what would be the worst thing to hear as you are going under anesthesia? As you're being anaesthetized, yeah. What's the worst thing you could hear before you were being anaesthetized before heart surgery, or as you were going under? I can't speak. Why did I even attempt this word? Like someone. So, what would be the worst thing to hear as you are going under anaesthetic before heart surgery? I think probably someone going, she's dead. I'd be like, oh shit. Or that's not a heart. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah. Still haven't been learning. I will try again tomorrow. Yeah, definitely. Which leg was it again? Yeah, because that wouldn't be good. The fire alarm. Yeah, can you imagine? Because everyone would just leave, like you'd think, oh, like everyone's just going to leave, and then you're just lying there, oh my god, but you can't move because you're like just about to sleep or whatever. She's a gunner for sure. Yeah, that was my thoughts, Joan, as well. They've offered me another free 2-week pass to the gym again, so that's cool. Use it. Get yourself there tomorrow. Enjoy it. Not that I've ever gone to the gym. So, So which one is pretending to be the doctor again today? Oh, that's class too. Definitely would be. That would be like kind of along the lines of like, or like the doctor stuck in traffic. The surgeon is stuck in traffic. Something like that. Oh God. Okay. What's the spiciest thing you've ever eaten? I can tell you mine's not very spicy because I just don't like it. I'd probably be going with like a chicken tikka or something. It's about as spicy as I go. That's really bad, isn't it? My kids say I'm a wuss, but I don't find the enjoyment in it. Really don't. Like, why would you want to do that to yourself? It doesn't make sense. No, Matt, there's like Morrison's do some sort of curry, and like someone bet my son, like they paid for the curry and said that they would obviously would have it for free if he could eat it all, and it had like 2 whole chilies in it, and it's supposed to be like this hottest curry or something out of Morrison's, I don't know, and um, he anyway he managed one and he couldn't cope. Ghost chili pepper, it was hot and needed bottles of milk. I was ill for a day. I just couldn't do it. Like the thought of it, just nah. I'm not good. Not good with spice. Scary Spice when she lived in Leeds, but shush. Oh my. Say nothing. I didn't hear anything. You don't do spicy me either, Ali. I think a chicken tikka masala is probably as high as I'll go, and even then, I'd rather have a korma or like just. And if we get Chinese or whatever, I only ever have a tiny bit curry because even that's a bit too hot for me, and the kids are like, oh my god, because they like just to drown it, especially David. But you love chicken tikka masala. That's cool. Right. Okay, what's the most expensive thing that you've broken? Intentionally or unintentionally? Intentionally, probably my brother's CB radio when us were young, because I was on it and he kicked us out his room, so I wasn't happy, so I flung it off the wall. I know, I was really bad on it. But I'm saying he deserved it. He didn't really. I'm just kidding. But yeah, it's probably the worst thing I've broke, really. Like, unless it's just sort of general use. Like my mattress on my bed, because they're about £8,000, and that broke. But I think it was just over general use, really. It wasn't like I didn't intentionally pop it or anything. That used to worry us, because sometimes the dog jumps on my bed and I'm thinking, oh my god, it's going to end up popping this mattress, and I'm just going to fly and run the room on some sort of magic mattress carpet, something like that. Where am I? I love Indian food. My next door neighbour is Indian. I was cooking things, made me naan bread and curry once. It's very nice of them. Some of the teenagers near me do spice. Is that the same thing? No. Now then again, maybe. I think that would give me the same reaction if I had like a vindaloo or something. You knew people who knew her and Keith Lemon, did ya? I used to like Keith Lemon, but I just find him very much the same kind of thing. You bent a diamond ring once, if that counts, caught it on the door handle. Wow, how tiny must your fingers be to have caught it on the door handle? But yeah, I suppose it counts. You've fallen asleep, not because of you, tired of it. No worries, Ashley. Good night. The only spice you've ever heard of is Old Spice, Joan. Yeah, that aftershave. I remember, was that the one where they came out the water in like, yeah, they used to come out the water and then splashed it on his face or something. I don't know. Don't think you've broke anything expensive as you're always careful. You can't stand Keith Lemon either. I think he's just very much the same now. Oh, it was Henry Cooper who splashed it all over. I think I just got two different adverts in my head. I just remember someone coming out to see, but I don't know why. Maybe I'm just being awful. Can you be awful? Yeah, I suppose. Okay, so if you were to build the world's most amazing obstacle course, what obstacles would be included? God, some of these questions are strange, aren't they? All right, I'm probably going to be like, I don't like car racing, right? I just don't get the whole kind of zoom kind of thing. I don't get it, right? And I know loads of people out there who love it, Formula One, all of that stuff, but I just don't get it. Now, if they added a few obstacles into this, maybe I would. So say like all out to drive backwards the whole way, or they were racing some old ladies on scooters, maybe, and they had like a few head starts, and if they managed to survive, oh my, this is a bit harsh, isn't it? If they managed to survive, they won. Sounds a bit harsh, doesn't it? But like, I just don't get it. Like, it just, if they had to do, I don't know, like, you know, if like they get soaked up the a piece of the track and that, like add some plastic on the floor, soaked it up, and then sort of, you know, drove along that and see who could donut the best at the end. Does that work? I don't know, but it'd be cool. And then you just need like him off the Gladiators who goes, contestants ready, like him to voice over it, and then it'll be like the best thing on the telly. That's me. It's probably not very good to like tell you how my mind works, but still. Right, where am I? Hi, Swan Picker. Aerial slide. Oh, boring. Cars go around in circles and the same one going round and round. Yeah, it's not my thing. I just don't get the excitement of oh, what's his name? And who wins them all? What's his name? He's been doing it since he was a kid, and I can't think of his name. Never mind. Don't know, but I'm sure there are websites for things like that. I'm saying nothing. Your mum and Harriet used to watch Celebrity Juice and Naked Attraction. Lewis Hamilton, yes, that's him. Each to their own, Ian, each to their own. I normally just get some sort of weird running commentary from my mum because, like, I'll be on the phone to her and she'll start going, she'll start saying something, and then she'll be like, "What's he doing, her?" And I'm like, "Mum, what side you watching?" And she'll be like, "What's he doing with his arm? What's she doing with her arm?" And I'm like, "Mum, what side you watching?" Under the covers, and I'm like, "Mum, what side you watching?" Like, you're freaking out, and then she'll be like, "Ah." She's just rubbing his arm because he's upset. He's in the hospital. She was watching like emergency room or something, and I'm like freaking out, thinking, what on earth are you talking about? But yeah, I think my daughter put one episode of that Naked Attraction on, and I just was like, you just wouldn't, like, no, you just wouldn't. But it's weird. All right. Okay, next question. What do you think you are much better at than you actually are? being organised. I think I'm much better than I actually am. I'm not organised at all. And probably singing just because I like to, but I'm shit at it. Oops, shit now. I'm even swearing. But I just love it. And when I'm at quiet, it's easy to blend in the background. But like, yeah, when you start doing that on the internet, it's not good. Mum thought it was hilarious. Just wrong. I suppose it is, really, if you look at it just in a basic view. Hi Mel, how are you? You're driving, so you can't chat, but you'll listen. No worries. You're like me, Ali, with the singing. Yeah, I think I'm better at it than I am. I'd love to be able to sing like Adele or something. eBay, John. Yeah, I'm better buying stuff on there. Being too tidy and gaming. Yeah, I've never been one for gaming, to be honest. Naked Traction is hilarious. Just imagine being ejected because someone's got dangly balls or a muff like Davy Crockett's hand. Oh God! I once overheard two lads on a bus. Oh, there must have been about 19, and one of them turned to his mate and he went, "So did you do that last night?" And he went, "Nah, she had a funny like it. She had a funny like it. A melted welly. That has got to be the worst thing I've ever heard in my life." But you know, you're just overhearing people's conversations. It's mad. Probably shouldn't be saying that on the internet, but you know, who cares? Anyway, where was I? I'll go back to these questions. When was the last time you got to tell someone "I told you so"? So when was the last time you got to tell someone "I told you so"? I don't think I do. Like, you know, when you might think it in your head, because like your friend might have gone back to the partner who's a knobhead 65 times or whatever, and then eventually, you know, they see the light, and you kind of like, I still have never ever said it. Even if inside you might think, if only you listened to us like 65 times ago, it would be all right, or you know what I mean? Like, but I don't think, I think it's kind of pointless, because there's plenty of times people should have said it to me, I guess. But yeah. That has scarred you for life, yeah. Never told anyone I told you so. I hold back from saying that. People could say it to me. Yeah, I'm the same. I hold back from saying it. I just think it's kind of like, it's pointless exercise, really, because if they didn't see it at the time, they're not, you know what I mean? The other times that you've told them or whatever, it's kind of pointless. I could say it most days because obviously I'm always right, obviously, Ali, but I never would. Yeah, I'm the same. I would never say it. Yeah, she's very modest. I think you're right all the time as well, Joan, as am I. I'm just joining in. Okay, so what's your cure for hiccups? So if you had to think of something, what is your cure for hiccups? I'm trying to think, it's like getting a shock, isn't it? Where someone goes, yeah, and then that's supposed to scare the hiccups away or something. There's that one, isn't it? And then is it holding your breath and holding your nose or something? Like closing your mouth and then holding your nose or something? It's that one. Or drinking, is it drinking milk fast? I'm not really sure. Yeah, a massive drink of water. But you have to do it fast, is that right, Ali? Sugar works every time. Does it? No, I've never heard of that. Yeah, Ali is always right. I think all men should think that of women, and then they'll be fine. Just saying. Just kidding, obviously. But you know. Okay, so what invention doesn't get a lot of love but has greatly improved the world? So it doesn't get a lot of praise for what it is, I suppose, but it has greatly improved the world. Well, like we're talking like sliced bread instead of like having to cut it, that kind of thing. Bread slicer, am I just being very basic? Yeah. I would have to say my wheelchair, the electric wheelchair, because it's given me my life really. But thinking of things that are not very, thinking of things that's not very, trying to think. It's not very known or not very thought of. I suppose like computers changed the world, but really, because it's let us, it's made us all involved with the whole world. Like you can get to know people all over the world. Like if you think about it, because going back to when I was young, I barely knew people around my doorstep really. Yeah, I don't know if anyone else can think of anything, but let's have a look. Go back up a bit. Where you were? Stub your toe. That cures hiccups, does it? I bet, because then you're just kind of like swearing at your toe. What is it when you do that? You know, when you stub something and then you kind of tell it to F off or whatever. It's like when you drop something, you tell it to do one for some reason. It just makes you feel better. A spoonful of sugar cures it. Oh, right. I never knew that, but I will in the future. Actually, thinking about that, Mel, how's your son doing? Oh, actually, you can't type, can you, because you're driving? But maybe you can when you stop driving. Let us know anyway. Richard's under the sun. You were a cure for hiccups, are you, Michael? Or you're the invention that I'm talking about, one or the other. The football, yeah, I suppose, because football is like the main sport in the world, isn't it? Really, well, it is in my view, because I don't like any other. Not really. I don't mind the Olympics and stuff like that. I sort of athletics and all that. I think it's just kind of watching things that I'll never actually do. Really, Netflix, yeah. I wonder if like next Netflix will always be around. I think it will. Do you think it will? And some people don't think eBay will always be around, and because I mean, if you remember how big MySpace was, just as an idea of something that's no longer popular, kind of thing. The charity shop, yeah. Oh, it just jumped. Nope, it's just jumped again. Richard is a pancake ninja. Yeah, crazy flipping skills. Richard can toss them perfectly. Flipping ninja. Saying nothing about your tossing skills, Richard. An alarm clock. Yeah, but I suppose so, because obviously it helps wake people up. Although then again, it doesn't help wake everybody up, because it doesn't work for my son, that's for sure. A spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down, Oh, yeah. Hello, Adam. How are you? You're the invention because, you're on YouTube and you're the best. Oh, thank you, Michael. I'm by with anywhere near the best, like, but that's very nice. Right, let's find another question. What mythical creature do you wish actually existed? So what mythical creature do you wish actually existed? I think my first thought was the unicorn, obviously. It's just amazing. But I think I'd have to go Phoenix. Yeah. I think I'd have to go Phoenix. Right, where am I? Dragon. Yeah, actually, good idea. You know, kind of Game of Thrones style. That would be cool. Nearly, he's still got the burps. In fact, today is the first day in a week he's gone to school, and I've just had a phone call to come and get him. So that's why I'm driving to get him. Everyone at school staring at me and embarrassed. Oh, bless him. So is the hospital not give you any idea of what? Because I know you took him. Did you took him to the emergency room or whatever it was? I think it's the emergency room over there. Were they not able to help in any way? Yeah, try Joan's sugar trick, see if it works. Would be good if it did. Bless him. It must be so tiring as well, though, because like your whole body moves. You know what I mean? So he must be exhausted. Is he able to get some work from school that he can do at home in the meantime? Hello from Virginia, USA. Hi, Dad's Vintage Garage. Virginia in the USA. It's pretty cool, and I'm sure it's a lot warmer than it is here. Yeah, so I was just saying, Johnny must be, mustn't he? Put Rod's wig on, that'll frighten him. Bless him. All right. Okay, here's another one. What are your most important rules when going on a date? So, what are your most important rules when going on a date? I don't do going on dates, for one, but like, you know, I suppose then you've got to you've got the basics, you know what I mean? Like they haven't got to bring their mum or like whatever. But I couldn't imagine going on a date, not now. I just couldn't imagine it. It would be just so weird. Like when I was young, like I didn't really date. I just kind of ended up with people. Sounds a bit weird, doesn't it? So I've never kind of. No, actually, I did a blind date once. Yeah, he was the guy who had the poster board thing in the pictures. But yeah, I think ask questions, seem interested, obviously, because if they're not, then you're like. But I think it's got to be like, it's just got to be like banterish. It's got to be jokey, like, do you know what I mean? It's got to be fun and stuff, like, because I think there's nothing worse than just, I don't know, just like someone who's boring. And that sounds awful because it's everyone, you know, everyone's different and whatever, but yeah, maybe not talk about your exes, bring out photos of them, like this is us in Africa. I can think more of bad things to do than like good. Don't get shit on by a bird when you're crossing the road. That's one. I've been there, did that one. Yeah, let's have a look what you've written. Brush your teeth, yeah, definitely. Remember where you're going. Yeah, that helps it, because if you don't, then you're not going to get there, are you? Don't know. I never date people, not interested in women or men, just me. Well, if that's what you like, Michael, that's all you need. Must be treated like a lady and have the door opened and stuff, yeah, and don't bring your mum. I think that stuff's all nice, as long as they don't as long as they don't open the door and literally shut it on you or something and don't keep it open. But then I would do the same if I was if I was going out the door first, and I would do the same and just keep the door open. But yeah, let you get a word in, definitely. Be kind and listen, totally agree. You've been to the hospital 3 times and the doctors once. It is exhausting for him. It's like the hiccups constantly, but it's burping. Oh, I can't even understand how they don't have some sort of thing that they can give or do for that. You know what I mean? It must be terrible for him. Really must be terrible. Treat her like a princess and make her laugh. Oh, that's sweet, Ian. Wait, does that mean I can gate crash when my son's old enough to date? Yeah, I suppose, but I'm not sure you'd want to, because I definitely wouldn't want to gate crash. You were going to say that, not keep mentioning your ex. You seem interested in each other. There must be a specialist who knows what to do about that and how to forget. Yeah, you would think that, wouldn't you, Joan? Taking an interest. Yep, I agree. I have a phobia in going out and meet people. It's hard for me. I'm always in the house or in the car driving. Oh, meet your match, Michael, because I didn't leave the house for years. But now I do. It's kind of a long story, but you can get out of that. You can get help with it, definitely. Be courteous. I agree. Don't give out your real phone number. That's not nice, Chris. What if you like her? Is she gonna talk to you and that? Anyway, let's have a look. So, if someone narrated your life, who would you want to be your narrator? Narrator? Is that the right word? It's got to be either David Attenborough, because he's just got the nicest, he's just got the sort of soothest voice. Do you know what I mean? It's so nice. Oh, what's his name? What's his name? It's gone out my head. I'm trying to think. Yeah, Stephen Fry's good. It's not who I'm thinking of. I'll have to check, because I know what he was in. So I'm going to have a quick Google. Talk amongst yourself. But yeah, definitely David Attenborough, because he's just got the more soothing voice, I think. And I'd love to hear him say Robo bitch, because it would just be even cooler. Anyway, right. Morgan Freeman is who I meant. I think Morgan Freeman would be amazing. Is like the voice over your life. Just think he'd be really cool. Right, who else did you say? Are you still going to Choir Lane? I am. Even though I can't sing, but I'm still going. We've been doing this thing. I think it's kind of like a warm-up, but you do it as a round. And it basically goes 1 bottle of pop, 2 bottles of pop, 3 bottles of pop. It's really exciting. And then you go into don't throw your junk in my backyard, my backyard, my backyard. I'm going to speak it rather than sing it, because I'll kill it. And then you sing fish and chips and vinegar. It's very strange. We also do do a deer as a warm-up as well. But yeah, it's been really cool. I always want what I can't have, so I stay single. It's safer for my head. Yeah, I hear you. I'm the same. It's just easier. Nicola Walker has a great voice. Love her. Now my brain's not working out who that is. Who's Nicola Walker? Yeah, Stephen Fry. See, yeah, I could get that. I get that. Yeah, he's got a very soothing voice as well, I think. Where am I? No one, because I'm me and no one tells me what to do. No, but even if they were just like explaining what you were doing. So it was like, Michael is in the bathroom, but he's like, your voiceover. I don't know. Antipa, yeah. Ian McKellen. Yeah, I think he'd be quite funny actually. And Jason David. David Jason even. What songs do you sing a choir, and how many of you are in the choir? There is about 25 people in the choir, and we have sang California Dreaming. We've sang Annie's Song. We've sang Lewis Capaldi. We've sang Coldplay. We've sang Take That. We've sang Queen. We've sang all sorts, to be honest, and the rest of them has just totally left my head. But yeah. As long as you are enjoying it, that's good. Yeah, definitely. From Last Tango, Nicola. Don't think I've seen that. Is it Last Tango in Halifax? Is that what it's called? I think I've seen the program advertised, but I've never watched it. Thank you for having me on your show. I'm going to sleep now. It's 11 o'clock. Hope to catch you again and follow you on here. No worries, Michael. Good night. She's in Last Tango, The Split, Unforgotten, The River, and Spooks. I actually don't think I've seen any of them. How bad is that? Let's have a look. I'm going to Google her. Google. Nicola Walker. Oh. I'm sure it's in 4 Weddings and a Funeral. Touching Evil. Yeah. I don't really know her very well, but I have seen her in bits of things, but I haven't watched any of their main programs, which is probably really bad, because I should do. I know someone told us to watch Last Tango in Halifax. Where were we? Everyone's saying bye to Michael. You just started watching The Split. Love Last Tango in Halifax. Last Tango in Halifax, is that Sarah Lancashire? Yeah, I think it is. Love it. Derek Jacobi. All I Need, Love, Unforgotten, Netflix. I'll definitely have a look for that, because I've been looking for something new to start. Someone mentioned Last Tango in Halifax, so I'll add them both to my list. If anyone hasn't seen The Windermere Children on BBC iPlayer, I recommend that. It is about the Holocaust. Well, anyway, the kids that came to Windermere basically after it, who were orphaned and had been in the concentration camps, and it's literally about them. It's hard to watch and very sad at times, but it's definitely worth watching. Right, I'm going to find another question. Okay. So, what are you interested in that most people aren't? I guess for some of you, it'd be reselling. Because I guess there's a lot of people interested in it, but not most people. I don't know, maybe selling football club. Writing poems. Yeah, I think that's about it. Don't know about you, lot, but that would probably be mine. Is The Windermere Children a documentary or a drama? It's a drama. I won't explain anymore because I don't want to give bits of it away, but I would definitely watch it, John. It's really good. But have tissues prepared is also as what I'll say. So what smartphone feature would you actually be excited for a company to implement? So what smartphone feature would you actually be excited for a company to implement? I think something that could go up and do stuff for us, like, do you know what I mean? Go and get us a drink. Go and make us something. Doubt this is going to happen, is it? Sounds good, though. Go and make us some money. Won't do all the things that I have to. I'm just like everything that involves me doing anything, isn't it? Really, it's kind of lazy, but still, you will watch it. Thanks. No worries. No worries. Let me know what you think anyway. So everybody disappeared. It's gone really quiet. Is anybody there? Just kidding. You just binge watched Is Love Blind on Netflix. Oh. And I would say it was, to be honest, because I think you don't take your head with you when when that happens, kind of thing. I'll knock my pillows off in a minute. I got older and seemed to blub more at films and TV programs as an agent thing. I would say yes, but then I cry, and I cry if someone's happy. I cry if someone's sad. You know, if someone cries, I just cry. I'm like, you know, I'm just a mess. I think, but then again, I used to cry at Lassie when I was a kid. Yeah, Lassie, I said. But it's probably just because it was a dog, and you know. You've watched Love is Blind too, addictive viewing. Oh, I might have to have a look. Is that the one where they marry each other after a couple of days, Love is Blind? I'm not sure. I watched one where they literally marry each other instantly. Have you seen that one? I think it was on Channel 4. Maybe it's called something different in different countries, but Married at First Sight, that was it. Yeah, got his hair. It's being weird. Nightly BOGO food specials. Not sure. What's the funniest joke you know by heart? I don't think I know any funny jokes. Well, it's not that I don't know any funny jokes. It's that I would balls up telling them, so they wouldn't be funny anymore. Unless you just kind of go, knock knock, who's there? Doctor. Doctor Who, that kind of level. No, I think my daughter always says her favourite is, oh, what's it called? What do you call her? I can't even remember what it's called now. But never mind. They get engaged without seeing each other and plan to marry after a month. Nuts but fascinating. Yeah, I've seen the married at first sight ones where they don't meet each other until they're at the altar, basically get married, and then obviously they live with each other for a while. So I'm guessing it's kind of similar. I was really sort of into it at first, but I'm the sort of person who's like, I binge watch something and then I get bored usually. Like, I loved The Walking Dead at first. I watched it up until the 10th series and then stopped watching it. Just totally. But, you know, I used to watch EastEnders. Don't watch that now. My girlfriend, Rochelle Keegan, is filming a new series of Our Girl in April. Love Hirsch. Yeah, I love that program actually, so, you know. Singles trying to find a match and falling in love without ever seeing each other face to face. It's emotional connection, attempts to conquer physical attraction. So do they actually get like to speak or something first? Because I think that would be good. I think if they did like a program where they saw everyone, right, and then out of the people at the scene, they just saw an image of each one, they could rate them in terms of how much they liked them initially. So like, and then see if it changed. If like, so they didn't see them, but they could speak to them. So I'll say like they had a few phone conversations, and then see if the order would change, you know, based on what they'd said, if that makes sense. I think that would be good. That's the official word, and not seeing it, think they showed it on Gogglebox. All right. You're the same, you binge watch, then get bored. They speak for hours on pods without seeing each other. And I think that's better. Like, that's more what I think, because I think you get to know a person. So, because you can be initially attracted to someone, but then when you get to know them, they could be a knobhead. So, you know. But I do the same with food, John. Like, I used to have eggs on toast like every day, and I got sick of it. And at the minute, I pretty much have mushrooms on toast every day, and I've no doubt I'll do the same. Trying to think. So many on here. I'm trying to like. Okay, so if animals could talk, which animal would be the most annoying? Now, I had this thing, right? This idea for a book that I was going to write that I still haven't wrote, which basically was a rescue. So it was a rescue for various animals, not just dogs and cats and whatever, but it would have took in everything. And all the animals would obviously speak in it. Not that the humans knew, but they'd all have accents or wherever they were from. And they'd all be sort of like, they'd all have personalities. So I kind of think that like, all right, so I use my brains for this, right? I kind of think that like, I tend to look at my friends' dogs and give them personalities. So like our dog, he's got kind of like Camp Mexican, right? It's just the vision I get. My friend had a Labrador and he was so goofy and he used to fall over, and I used to like, no, I used to think he was kind of some sort of surfer dude, but that wasn't very good. And then my other friend, she had a Staffy Cross King Charles, but she was very uppity, and she used to like think she was the Queen of Sheba, and she'd like lie and go where she wanted and be where she wanted and do what she wanted. And I used to say, her name was Bella. So like I used to say to my friend, oh, like if she could talk, she'd be like saying, yeah, my name's not Bella, it's Elizabeth, you know, like, because it's just the sort of idea I get. And I thought like it would make a good sort of story, like if I ever write it. I mean, one of these days I've got bits of stuff written, bits of story started with ideas I've had, but I need to get me finger out, as the saying goes. You do the same with porridge, with food too. Porridge is yours at the minute. I think I've done a porridge one as well. Do the same with treats. Like it was like Dime Bar. I used to have a little Dime Bar that would be my treat, 150 calories. So, you know, and I haven't had one for ages. But yeah, cream eggs at the minute, I think. A frog. Yeah. I can't even imagine how a frog would, I don't know. It would just be weird, wouldn't it? Like, they're probably very croaky. Like they permanently got a sore throat. Do you think? Is that possible? Yeah. How deep is the water in your pond, Mr. Frog? Knee deep, knee deep. Used to be toffee crisps for you. I've never really been a fan of them, I don't think. Nah, I can't say. Topics I liked. A frog with a little top hat and monocle. Can you imagine? I'm sure that's been in something, has it? What's it been in? I'm trying to think what it must have been in. I don't know. Hi, Lainey. Hi, everyone. Hi, Becca. How are you? How are you doing? Are you good? Right. What's the most depressing meal you've ever eaten? I'm trying to think. What's the most depressing meal I've ever eaten? I think it's probably when, like, do you know when you get like to the end before you get your next shop kind of thing, and so you're using up what's left. Like the past 2 days, right? So I've had tea cakes today. I had tea cakes twice today because I needed to use them because I ran out today. And then I had fish yesterday with coleslaw that I made because I mixed it with sour cream and beetroot, and I had it 2 days running. And I kind of like the second time I was kind of a bit like this again. But to be fair, it was really nice. It was just it needed using. I like the lizards in the Budweiser adverts, Louis and Frankie. Is Emma used to go, what's up? I think, or was it Jan? They used to go, what's up? I'm back and can chat now. Cool, Mel. That's good. Welcome back. Yeah, hospital food, definitely, Joan. I have to say, when I was in hospital, I lived on jacket potato. It was the only thing I liked. Everything else was minging. Oh, I tell a lie. Jacket potato and the apple and blueberry pie but I used to have it with ice cream because it was much nicer than the custard. But yeah, hospital food is very depressing. You good, thanks. You've had a busy few weeks and keep missing the quiz. Oh, bless you. Can it be helped? Can it be helped? Hopefully you can make it on Tuesday. No, they were on Pond with the Frogs. They could talk though. I think I remember, but I cannot remember, if that makes sense. I know that really makes sense. It doesn't make sense, but it makes sense to me somewhere. Speaking of other adverts, right? Old adverts that used to be on the telly when I was a kid, or when I was younger at least. So there was the Alien. Was it the Aliens that did the MASH advert? There was the Scotch tape guy. Re-record, not fade away. Him. That's what I used to say. If you hear shouting, my son's on a game. I apologise. He's in the next room, but he's loud. What else is there? Now, I was trying to explain this to my sister a while ago, right? That there was a advert on the telly for Super Noodles where they were so basically it was the advert for Super Noodles, and there's the one where the dad pretends, is it the dad pretends the kid made a mess or something? There's that one. But I told my sister there was another one where the bloke had came home from a night out, I assume, early in the morning. He was obviously drunk, and his wife had locked him out, so he decided to try and climb through the cat flap, and so his wife put a bowl of Super Noodles just that little bit far away. Anyway, he climbed a bit further in and got stuck there to eat the Super Noodles, basically. And then it shows you like it sort of shows you the next thing, that he gets a bike parked between his butt cheeks, and kind of, and like no one believed us. So I thought I made it up, and I was like, it existed. And I actually had to go and find it to like prove that it existed. But yeah. Right, let's have a look, see what everyone's chatting about. Where's Andrew? I don't know, Mel. He seems to be taking some time out of YouTube, is what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? He has been very quiet, but he's doing a lot more exercise-wise and stuff, so that's good. He needs time out on my phone. What's the time there? Yeah. He's usually up pretty late though. Yeah, I definitely love that, Ed. FaceTiming in the bath. All right, let's have a look. Right, has anyone got any questions in the chat they want to ask, or for everyone really, not just me? I'll answer it too, but everyone else can answer it. What's the most boring superhero you can come up with? Right, do nothing, man. Is that a good superhero? Or someone who like do they actually have to do something, like, but like, you know, trying to think. Most boring superhero. think just do nothing man would work. I can't think of anything. Someone to like, I don't know. I can't think. Read the paper, man. Yeah, read it for you. So would they read it to you? Like, you know what I mean? If you could interview 5 famous people, dead or alive, who would they be? Oh, God. I think it would have to be David Attenborough, Stephen Fry, Jason Momoa, for obvious reasons. Oh, 2 left, 2 left. I know, right? Oh, man. See, there's like loads of millions of people, right? That you would. Isn't there? Like, how can you pick? But them's definitely 3. I think I would. Elvis. um. I think I'm trying to think. Elvis and who else? Probably Rudyard Kipling, maybe. Probably someone else as well, but I just kind of think. But I'll just go with that. I'll probably be like thinking later and going, oh man, all them other people. Where in the world would you most like to visit? Money no object, house no object. I'd really like to do like a drive around the USA. I think that would be amazing, like Route 66 and just everywhere really. I think that would be really cool. And I think Canada would probably be another place I'd like to go. I'd just go the whole world. It's just a shame that there's flying involved. Hello world in my eyes. Oh, sorry, it's Nick on another chat. Oh, really? Well, hello, Nick. Pencil sharpener man has to sharpen pencils just because. You imagine if that's just your job. Pencil sharpener man. That must be like so sad. Matt Damon had to be, didn't it? Beatrix Potter, I'm out. Can't think of anyone. Security lol, imposter. Yeah, I'm kind of. I was kind of wondering myself. He's not falling for it. We need to ask him a question. We need to ask Walden Eyes a question if that only Nick would know. Someone ask him some question. Question, favourite decade and why? See, mine kind of, I'll have to go 80s. But it kind of, yeah, I'll have to go 80s. Basically, it was just everything was cool. We had crimpers and scrunchies and we had just like amazing films like Weird Science and The Goonies and E.T. and it was just fab. Like the 80s films, Breakfast Club, like you just don't get better than them, I don't think. And obviously the music as well. It's just a cool era. You'd like to interview Barbara Castle and Oprah. Yeah, Oprah would be definitely a good one. You're all right now. The security background check worked, so he's welcome. Good, Ali. I'm pleased you've been doing your job. I just put you on security now, like, but still, you seem to be good at it. Nothing gets past you. Okay, and you'd pick Winston Churchill. I was thinking of him, mind, I have to say. Oh, Robin Williams would be really good. Muhammad Ali, Stephen Fry. I picked that too, and Billy Connolly. Yeah, cool. Yeah, that sounds like a Nick question. True. Did you see Oprah fall off the stage the other day? I didn't. No, I didn't. 90s because of what is. Yeah, I kind of liked the early 90s because obviously I was still pretty young then. So I did like that, but as a whole, it's got to be the 80s because, like, just the whole of the 80s, like, there's very few things that weren't cool in the 80s, at least to me anyway. For you, defo the 90s until your girls were born. See, it's kind of like that sort of early. Was it early 90s dance? Was it like 2 Unlimited and all that stuff? The 70s for you, John. Yeah. Saved by the Bell and Mbop. What else is there? A lot. 90s for you. First Love, First Car, First Beer, Met Andrea, and Amazing Music. Yeah. I suppose that would sign it up for you. But then again, I had my kids in the 90s, so I suppose if you're just talking about like that, then I have to go with that. Because David was born in 93 and Laura was born in 96. So yeah. But as in terms of like music, films, dress sense, I think I have to go 80s for that. Chirpy, chirpy, cheep, cheep. I know that. I seen them live, Ali. Yeah, in the nightclub, which was called Bentley's, and then it changed its name to Pizzazz, and that added like a 50s diner in it, which was pretty cool. Yeah, and I've seen them live in there. Also seen oh man, Capella. Was it called? Was it Capella? Capella? I think it was something like that. I mean, because they were born after the 90s, so that moment tops it. Sorry, I'm crap at this typing now. Can we all just come on live together and chat? You can. You're quite welcome. I can add you on if you want to hop on. I can put the link in if anyone does. Hold on. Oh, press the wrong button. That wouldn't work, will it? I will put it in the chat, and then if anyone wants to come in, they can. Yeah, you've got 30 minutes of your birthday left. Right, where am I? Where were we? 90 Spice Girls, shell suits, and Friends on TV. Yeah. We had like rah-rah skirts and crop tops in the 80s. But yeah, shell suits, naff coat. I had a naff coat. And was it the Kickers tags when they came out? In the pods. I used to love my Kickers and my pod tags. Shoulder pads and big hair in it. Yeah, Dallas in Dynasty. Where am I? Can't get out of it now, Ed. Can't get out of it. Wait, hello.
Oh, I'm in. Hello.
feel like
How are you?
I feel honoured.
Oh, don't be
It's kind of like
it's only little me.
it's only you.
I'm playing with Lego.
I don't know if he's. I think he's kind of backed out of it. But yeah, I was just asking random questions, because I was going to do like a Q&A thing, but I was going to do it recorded. But then I just decided to do it live because it's kind of easier to do it, and then people can interact.
Exactly.
So
live.
that's basically what happened.
Live. They're so easy lives, aren't they? You don't have to worry about editing and uploading and all that.
Yeah, it's just. I never thought I would actually do them, but it's so much easier because, like you said, the editing and stuff.
And
it's
also,
just so much easier.
I think with lives, you can't overthink it. You can't back out. Once it's done, it's done.
Yeah, because you
just does it.
Totally. Yeah, I think it makes you totally more natural, doesn't it? Because I think sometimes when I first started doing the videos, I would record them and then I would edit them so much. Like I would take out every little wrong thing I said or did.
Yep.
Like even if it was just a slip of the tongue, I would take it out and do it again and do it again, and it became too much, to be honest. And I just thought, this is me. I make these mistakes normally, so why wouldn't I just? In the quiz the other night, I said Liam Gallagher instead of Liam Gallagher, and when I was saying best actress, I said best breast actress, and I was like, do you know what? This is what it is.
Exactly. But we do, and when we edit out some of the best bits because we're self-conscious.
Yeah.
And going live takes all of that second guessing and all that, paranoia and worrying about what people think about you out of it, because it's out there, it's gone, it's done, so you don't worry. And once you've done a few, you're perfectly natural at it now, you're comfortable. But I recommend lives to anyone who wants to get into YouTube, definitely, because it breaks down all of that worry about it.
Oh, definitely. Like it boosted my confidence so much, and when I first started doing it, I used to wiggle my feet. It was kind of a way, I know it sounds stupid, but it was a kind of a way of like calming myself down when it was happening. And I've noticed I've stopped. So I'm obviously a lot calmer doing it now, but
yeah,
it's mad.
I used to fidget and touch my face all the time, and I still do to an extent because my mind's going so quick when I'm doing an interview or chatting with somebody. I've got so much to think about and the chat and everything. I do all the fidgets. It's weird.
You do an amazing job of keeping in like interacting with your chat, considering how many people you have. Like I don't know how you keep up with it. It's amazing.
Well, that's kind of you to say, but we struggle to read much out now. It's you just have to randomly pick something. But we
but it's still considering you and I know like obviously people are aware and they'll put like the question again and things like that because like it helps, but like it's madness sometimes, like how much you have to. It's just nice that you don't forget the chat though, because I think sometimes people do.
Yeah. Well, without the chat, we're nothing, are we? There's no point without the people viewing. That's the whole thing.
Speaking of the chat, the chat doctor is asking if you use the National Trust voucher. Did you use it?
Yes, thank you very much. Yeah, that was so kind. Little things like that have blown our minds. Since we started this channel, we've been sent so many wonderful things. Did you see this a few weeks back? That Kenneth sent. Oh,
that's amazing, isn't it?
I know. People are so kind. Thank you so much for that, Ian. Yeah, the whole YouTube thing has been amazing, really.
It is. It's just madness, but it's like, it just blows my mind. Yeah. And like, especially for me, because obviously I'll use the like resellers, but like, and I know that obviously I did it in the past, but it's not something that I do now. And so, but I still feel so involved with all of you, and I kind of get a little bit of the buzz out of it, but without the work, which is better, I suppose.
Yeah.
Which, you know.
Yeah, there are a lot of viewers who don't resell, which is fascinating, but they like the social aspect of it. And I think what's great about our community, and I always felt this way from the very beginning, was that I didn't want to do this alone, and I invite anybody I can find onto the channel if they'll come on, because that's the whole point to me, really. I think is it's a social platform, so that's kind of the whole point. But yeah, I started a brand new channel this evening, all about, so I can just geek out about music. So that's what that weird ID was that came.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, that's the name of a Depeche.
Yeah, well, I was a bit suspicious. They were like, "Is that real Nick? Is that not real Nick?" And it was like, Nick asked that sort of question. I was like,
yeah.
But yeah, Ali was security there. She verified it all.
Yeah, it's really quite odd starting a new channel like when we did with the quiz one. Starting from scratch again is really strange.
Yeah.
I'm used to uploading a video and it being quite popular usually. And I've just uploaded one and it's got like no views and we've got no subscribers. And it's quite refreshing to be right back down there again, you know?
Yeah. So how are you feeling now that you've separated the sort of Sunday night chat and the quiz? So not having it on the end, how are you feeling with it? Like,
yeah,
was it weird at first?
It was, but I think it's better because we felt that the quiz was starting to take over the Sunday thing, and a lot of people got to that point and then switched off, and some people were coming just for the quiz, and it was getting a bit weird. So it's fun. It's just the quiz is just a fun thing, really, and hopefully we'll keep that going and just enjoy it. You know, I haven't updated the league. I completely forgot. I've got it all here. Look, it's right next to I haven't done that yet.
I'm going to do mine. It's on a notebook over there. So I'm going to do mine and all.
Yeah.
So you're not the only one.
So have you been a quizzer?
John says the fun growth in the chat when we can join in live, which is good.
I was just going to ask, have you been a quizzer for a long time? Do you do pub quizzes or used to do them or what?
I've always liked it. I've always tried to do like crosswords and things, or like, you know, watch like The Chase and all the different ones on the telly, but I'm not usually really good. So like I kind of think I don't know what it is. I always say that I have some sort of delay in that, like I think of it like it's the same with hearing things. So the kids can, and then I'll go, what? And then it's kind of like I know what they've said. And then I'll go, such and such, and they'll go, why have you just said it again? Why did you say what if you knew what I said? But honestly, I think I've got some sort of delay. But yeah, I've always had an interest in it.
You can't be that slow because you got on the board this week on the quiz board.
Yeah,
and getting on the board now.
It was my friend who did that, not me. My friend was on FaceTime and obviously she just rang us just like a few minutes before, and I was like, I'm doing this quiz. She went, I like quizzes. So she was like, and I went, you can join it and that. And so she was like, at first she was just telling us answers, and then she was like, I'm joining this myself. I was like, no, let's tell me the answers. But yeah, she's brainier than me. But I didn't think I'd be quick enough because I was like, well, you might be right, but I'll probably not be quick enough. But everyone else seemed to. I think they were saying, what were they saying? Quadrat. I can't even say it. Quadrilateral or
shapes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't even remember which one's which. I was down at my sister's and we were trying to work out what was a rhombus, what was a trapezium, and what was a. I don't know. I still don't know, to be honest.
It's hard. Ian says he was glad it was used, and we appreciate all you both do. There you go.
Thank you. I need to open the chat, actually. Let me see if I can find it again.
Where am I? Ed was asking if it was you creating a new username again.
That's the new Depeche Mode channel. I literally just started it tonight and put a video up just so I've got a place to go and talk about music. Otherwise, I'll bore Andrea for hours talking about the records I've found.
No, but that's good, because it's like, it's a niche for different people, and if that's what, you know, it's something you love, so then it's not going to be a chore to you. Do you know what I mean? And obviously it'll entertain obviously loads of other people who also have.
Well, maybe,
I mean, it's not a person who doesn't like music.
Yeah, and hopefully people will find it that are interested. And I kind of, since I've been doing this, the main channel, for like 5 or 6 years now, and I say to everyone I meet, if you've got a passion about something, go on YouTube and talk about it, because it could change your life. It really does improve people's lives. So yeah, I'm a huge advocate for YouTube.
Definitely.
I think it's great for mental health. I think it's great for, you know, people. You know, I'm quite shy, which people don't believe when I say it, but I'm quite shy. But within this little world, I feel quite comfortable, you know? So yeah, it's good.
It's good that, though. I'm kind of like, if I meet someone new, I tend to talk, even if it's just absolute rubbish, because I don't like silence. So if like I feel awkward in the silence, so I'll just waffle anything.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And it's like, so people think I'm really bubbly, but actually I'm not. I'm probably more like really dying inside, but like it's easier just to waffle something, because of the silence makes us feel more awkward.
Totally get that. So many people are like that as well. And when I meet someone, because my brain's going 10 to the dozen and I'm just talking, I don't take anything in, and I can't remember people's names. I can't remember what they say. And then I walk off and I go, I don't know what just happened, because I'm so kind of like, yeah. Oh, Aid says, I'm the 6th subscriber. Have I got 6 subscribers? Well, hey, that's made my night.
Hey.
Well, that's what Aid says. Yeah, let me know what you think. When you get a chance to watch it, Aid. Yeah, let me know what you think.
Ali beat Aid, so she might have been 5th.
Right.
Who wants to know what the name is again? I can't even remember. What was the name again, Nick?
I'll make a comment and then it will come up. It's this. It's the name of one of their records from 1990. This one. World in My Eyes.
Yeah. Do you know what? I'm really like, because I know you do the album covers and stuff. I'm like, I'm really not good at them. Now, I know loads of songs, you know what I mean, and I can sing along to loads of songs. But ask us who sang them and who they're by, or what it was. I really struggle, and it's part of the as part of my quiz yesterday. I did like a bonus extra thing where I did like one hit wonders, and in that I had like loads of songs that I remember from ages ago, but that I totally kind of forgot about, because I couldn't remember them by name, and to sort of search for them and stuff. So there's like the Mock Turtles, A Flock of Seagulls.
Yeah.
There was like loads of stuff. It was really cool it was really good reminiscing, you know, like just singing along to all these tunes from the 80s and 90s that I'd kind of forgot about.
Yeah.
So
I love nothing.
Enjoyed it, I think.
Yeah. Music quiz is the best for me.
Yeah.
I agree.
Really
90s. If I could find a music quiz that's all 90s, I'd be in. Yeah, Andrew and I would, because we were working in record shops then, so we remember the physical, like, you know, everything about it, even like stuff we weren't into. We had to know about it because we worked in Virgin, and we had to have that information about the whole of the chart and the whole of the music, not just our niche. So for most of the 90s, we were both obsessed with music and working in record shops. So that's why we know that stuff.
Yeah. Ian's had a ka-ching, which is good. You've now got 9 subs, apparently.
Oh, wow.
Christy, and he said, don't forget to talk about Tina Turner, because that's his hero.
Well, yeah, she's great, Chris. But the channel I've started is I'm just going to talk about mainly Depeche Mode, and then a little bit about Pet Shop Boys and Erasure. I'm keeping it to that niche. So You might have to find another channel for Tina Turner.
Yeah.
Andrea went to see Tina actually, and that was in the 90s, I think, early 90s. I've never seen her live.
She's still doing like live shows, isn't she?
Is she? She must be like.
I'm sure she's still doing live shows. Sure. I mean, yeah. Was it Cher did one last year as well, and she's like 70 something as well, isn't she? Mind she doesn't look it with the plastic surgery she's had, to be fair.
No. Have I ever tried music?
Nick, have you ever tried?
I have, yeah. A long time ago though. I haven't found one for quite a while. You can rake it in. I don't remember it being one you could win money on. Maybe you could.
Yeah, you can. I've seen them where you can win money on them. Is she 80 now, recovering from kidney failure? Oh yeah, actually, now I remember that she did. But it wasn't that long ago when she was touring.
Oh, Adrendi there says, I'm seeing the Pet Shop Boys on tour. I looked at the tickets, but I got in a bit late, and the prices for the London gig was just crazy. So unless I get, find a cheap one near the time, which is unlikely, I won't be going. They're doing a greatest hits tour as well, which would be fantastic.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
90s our price. We need to know our stuff, as there was no Google search to save us.
Yeah. I started in Our Price and Stevenage in 96, I think. And then went on to Virgin. And
Whatever happened to them?
What, Our Price?
Yeah.
They were bought out by Virgin. And then a few years later, Virgin went. But yeah, the whole Our Price brand was bought out by Richard Branson.
It was like having Woolies, and I remember going in there and then buying like my cassettes from Woolies.
Yeah,
my records before that.
I remember buying this sort of stuff. These would have been bought in Woolworths, and they were like £2.79. When I first started buying records, they were about £1.29 or something. No, these would have been about £1.50 maybe. But I remember clearly, I think it was it £1.50 or £2.50? See, I'm getting old. My memory's going. I had one with a price stick on it that was like £2.29, I'm sure. Can't find it now. Yeah.
The first record I bought was, I think, 99p.
99p.
Yeah, well, actually, my dad took us to the town once, and then I got Sister Sledge's Frankie. I really liked that. I think I was about 10. And then the first record I bought myself was Brother Beyond, So Harder I Try.
Oh, really? Wow.
And it came with like a full poster, and I thought it was really cool. But
yeah.
I was about 12.
Brother Beyond.
So it was then.
What, 88, 89 maybe?
Yeah.
About then?
Yeah. It was 175, so yeah, probably about 88. But no, it was mad. Do you remember the KP picture discs?
KP?
The KP crisps? Yeah, I'm sure it was like KP crisps, and they used to do like picture discs, and I'm sure that became really like, expensive, because obviously there weren't that many of them.
I don't remember them. No.
I'm trying to remember when it would have been.
Aid says there, did you ever get customers coming in saying they're looking for a song and trying to sing a line, and you had to work it out all the time? And people coming in at Christmas trying to ask for a band for like a nephew or their daughter or whatever, and not knowing the actual name of the band, and it was hilarious, some of the stuff. And they'd come in and say, that band who sing that song, in the charts, there's a bloke and a woman.
Yeah, and you're supposed to know.
Like, more clues, come on. Yeah, it was brilliant. At Christmas time, it was hilarious because you'd get grandparents coming in, asking the most hilarious questions and not having a clue what they were talking about. I can't think of any.
Well, I worked for Intex, I used to work on the phones, and we used to get people, it's usually grandparents and stuff, phoning up saying, my grandson wants one of them things, and they've got like balls on, and they go really fast, and like you pull the car back, and you I'm like, I've no clue what you're on about. I don't have a brain that keeps everything in index's toy department. It just, you know what I mean? I mean, I try and help, but it was usually
one thing that
was like,
sticks in my mind.
But
when Andrew and I had our high street gaming and music and media store, when the Nintendo DS came out, they marketed it to OAPs with the brain training to keep their brains active.
Oh, yeah.
We saw one Christmas, it was probably 2007 maybe. We sold loads and loads of these brain training, the cartridge in the little DS case, to old people. And then they'd return them and they'd say, I can't make it work, because they didn't understand you needed a Nintendo DS to plug it in. And quite a lot of people did it, and they just didn't have a clue, because they'd seen the advert, saw the advert, brain training. It's mad. So
you can't kind of say, you know, you need the other part for this kind of thing.
Yeah, well, we learned very quickly to explain, have you got a DS? And they'd say, what's a DS? Because they'd just come in and say, have you got brain training? Yes, here it is. There you go, 1999. Anyway. Ali bought PG and Duncan Psych, was our first CD, and she still has it somewhere. Wow. Psych. That was about 95, I'm thinking. 95, 96.
Thank you. Like a Grove.
Like a Grove. Yeah.
Hey.
Right, I'm going to have to go. I just thought I'd pop in and say hello.
Well, it was lovely to have you on. Thank you very much. And
pleasure.
I hope you get lots of work done. I assume that's what you're doing, or you're intending to do.
Yeah, I'm pretending to work and watching YouTube and making videos.
It helps.
All right.
Thanks very much.
See you later.
Hold on. Bye.
Got to work out what button to press. Hold on. There we go.
Hello again. It's just me. That was fun. It was nice of Nick to come on. So thank them very much. Adam and Joan, you both saw Culture Club. Yeah, my friend's mum saw Boy George live, and he told her to F off, and she weren't very happy, and she used to love him. But never mind. 1995 it was, I see. You're going to go as it's getting late. Good night, Chris. Thanks for joining in. You were the first one here. So thanks very much. I think as it's nearly midnight and I've been here nearly 2.5 hours. Wow. I think I'm going to get going as well. I think I was intending to be here an hour, but it never goes that way. So, but I thank you all so much for joining in and answering the questions and taking part, and it's been a good laugh actually, and it definitely made it quicker than doing it the other way, and it's much better to have the interaction. It's much better. So I will say goodnight to everyone. Happy birthday again, Aid. You've got 1 minute left. And only proves we need more lives. Yeah, definitely. I definitely do. You enjoyed it. Thanks, Adam. Anyway, good night, everyone. Sleep well. I'll catch us on Tuesday, if not before, in someone else's live, I've no doubt. So, good night. Bye, everyone. No, it's going to take like 3 hours to get out of here, but yeah. We need that